Could this be true? Turn 7 on Pro Rules, and there's still an extra golden pipe at the item shop? This seems like a no-brainer. Not so fast. In this video, I'm gonna explain why chasing this pipe is actually the weaker play. Hey everyone, welcome back to Party Puzzle Solvers. I've got an interesting one for you guys today. We're going to talk about item balance, and I'm going to use this very unique example to discuss the importance of item balance and how it gives you something that's even more valuable than raw equity: flexibility in the decisions that you'll make over the next few turns. To start off, I'm playing as Daisy, and I find myself at the top left corner of the Bowser square with 1 left on my roll. My 2 options are to go left and take the blue space, or go right and take the lucky space. You'll notice that the lucky space has a star trap, but I don't have any stars, so this is not something I need to worry about. The blue space gives me 3 coins, while the lucky space gives me 10 coins or a double dice. But the truly interesting piece of this equation is that there is still 1 golden pipe left at the Koopa shop. This is unusual for there to still be one on turn 7, as typically both are taken within the first few turns. So the real question is, which decision do I take and why? Let's start with heading toward the pipe. If I go this way, I finish my turn 4 spaces from the Koopa shop with no acceleration items, but still 70% odds to get there on the following turn with a flat roll. Everyone else is 15 plus spaces away, with the only one having an acceleration item being Goomba, who is 18 away. And nobody has a warp item, so it's impossible for Spike or Shy Guy to get there on the following turn, while being highly unlikely for Goomba. Now, if I fail to get there, Goomba is much more likely to be able to reach it over the next 2 turns, but seeing how the star is located in the other direction, there is no guarantee that he'd go to the Koopa shop anyway. And even if he did, there are still a lot of good fallback items to purchase, such as the key, double dice, or custom. So going this way doesn't present any major risks or downsides. Now, let's weigh the 2 options. What are the upsides of going toward the pipe? 1, I'll most likely get the pipe. 2, because it's Pro Rules, I'll take it away from another player, specifically Spike, who currently has a 2-star lead in the star count. 3, I'll have decent board position, being far away from any Bowser spaces, and coming back around the circuit for 10 coins and a Kamek shop trip. What are the upsides of going this way? 1, the star is located in this direction, which would be bad in and of itself because it's located so dangerously, but 2, I land on the lucky space, which gives me the opportunity to take the double dice. Now you may be thinking, wait, I'm gonna choose a double dice over a golden pipe? Why would I do that? This is where item balance comes into play. What do I mean by item balance? Simply put, it's having 2 different categories of items instead of stacking copies of the same one. Instead of carrying 2 warp items, I'd much rather have 1 warp item and 1 acceleration item, or an acceleration item and a defensive item. Different categories solve different problems. What this does is it maximizes future decision equity by giving you more options for how to start each turn. Going back to the position, with dangerous stars like these, warping there could end in disaster, while targeting them from a distance using an acceleration item gives you the chance to use the acceleration item before a directional fork, in which case you can see where you would be landing after the roll and reassess which direction you want to take. That's why having both a warp item and an acceleration item is generally beneficial. The real value of the double dice is that it gives you the information of where you would be landing before committing to a star in a dangerous location. In this situation, I would be using the double dice from 8 spaces away starting the following turn. If I roll a 6 or 7, I can simply go the other way. If I roll enough for the star, but roll specifically a 10, 12, 13, or 15, I can also go the other way. Then, the more interesting decision would be if I hit the star while landing on a safe space afterwards, do I take the star or head towards Boo with the game winding toward a close? But that's another discussion, so I'll save that concept for a future video. The point is that I have pretty good options in either direction with the double dice. But what if Spike uses the lever, and then either he or Goomba gets the star? One, he's very unlikely to do that because Goomba would have a much better chance of rolling a 10 with a double dice than he would have of flat rolling a 9. But let's just say he decided to be reckless because, well, it's Mario Party. This is actually where item balance helps, because with the added double dice, I'll have more options to start the following turn. There's also the added bonus of 2 additional star portals being open directly in the range of a double dice. With that being said, let's take a look at star portals and how they factor into this through the lens of star portal quality. In general, this is a board in which there are a lot of lower quality star portals because there are several that are within 10 of multiple Bowser spaces. This is especially the case later in the game when there are more Bowser spaces on the square. They also lead to poor overall board position, in which there are bad ranges of spaces and limited pathways. If we look more closely, out of the 10 total star portals, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 star portals that are in direct flat roll range of multiple Bowser spaces at any given moment. Additionally, 5 of these 6 portals provide bad follow-up board position. That leaves only 4 higher quality portals. An acceleration item like the double dice gives you the ability to approach low quality star portals from a distance, see where you'll land after collecting the star, and decide whether going that route is actually worth it. This is yet another reason why item balance is better than loading up on golden pipes. In this specific game, it's even worse because 2 of the higher quality star portals are gone, while all 6 of the lower quality ones remain. Now, in a specific situation in which most of the bad star portals had been taken and all of the good ones remain, there may be a case to try to chase the extra pipe because the upside would be so high, but generally this is not optimal. There's also the situation where you may be behind by too many stars and you have to throw away optimal play and simply chase as many stars as possible, regardless of the potential downside, but in this game, down only 2 stars, that's also not the case. So, with all of that being said, why not go left with the intention of going up on the following turn? I cut the path to Boo in half, and I still keep good board position far from the Bowser Square. So, there are a few reasons why this isn't the best route. 1, I don't get the extra item on this turn, so my overall item equity is weaker. 2, while I'm closer to Boo, I have more options going this way, including chasing the star if I need to, or going towards Boo anyway. With a full 5 turns left, I'll have enough time to get there and still use my golden pipe if needed. But I may actually need to grab this star, use my golden pipe, and then get a 3rd star later. If I go this way, I'm somewhat capped with my star equity. 3, if I do go this way, I'm somewhat committed to going to Boo and lose a lot of flexibility with my option to use the golden pipe early if needed. 4, in a lot of situations, it's actually better to take the longer route to Boo and get there later because I'm able to gather more information as to whose star I want to steal. Really, with this plan, as long as I get there with at least 1 turn to spare, I can still use my golden pipe and get enough value to win the game. And the last reason that going right here is better is this Kamek shop. It gives me the ability to replace the double dice that I'll most likely be using next turn with an item that's both guaranteed and of my choosing. So really, the main takeaway from this position is that having more options is usually better than chasing higher volume equity. In other words, the best move isn't always the one that gives you the most equity on the current turn. Sometimes it's the one that preserves the most options over the course of the upcoming turns. Item balance gives you more options for what to use, and good board position gives gives you more options for where to go. And if you can find a move that provides you with both, it's generally the option worth taking. Alright everyone, that's it for this video. Be well, stay sharp, and I'll see you guys next time.